So the Assassin's Creed franchise is getting something called the Animus Hub, and in this video, we're just going to go over everything we know about it. So guys, this video is sort of different from my usual ones. This is just going to be a straightforward discussion and conversation about the Animus Hub, the positives, the negatives, and everything in between. Now the gameplay in the background is just some standard Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay with some new bits hidden in between there. So let's just get straight on into it. Now we all know that throughout the lifetime of Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft have tried to innovate and give us something different within every single game. This did take a drastic turn with the RPG titles such as Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. And while Shadows is sort of taking those RPG aspects and molding them into the Assassin's Creed games we know about, there is something new, and that is the Animus Hub. Now this Animus Hub is being marketed as a central system that sort of ties together each game and world of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Essentially, it's going to be a digital hub where players can access different titles, DLCs, and future expansions in this one unified interface. Ubisoft has actually described this feature as part of its effort to create a more cohesive ecosystem for the franchise, aiming to give players seamless transitions between games while allowing for an overarching progression across titles. The hub is expected to function as a platform that kind of leverages the Animus, the in-game device that we all know and love that we use to explore the genetic memories and actually play in the past. It's going to use this as its thematic anchor instead of treating each game as a standalone entry. The Animus Hub could serve as a meta sort of framework where players explore different time periods and characters all within this same narrative space. It's a pretty cool concept, and with any innovation, we know that it comes with some kind of excitement and a lot of skepticism. Now, one of the positives are a convenience and accessibility. Now, one of the most appealing aspects to many players that are huge fans of the Assassin's Creed franchise is the promise of convenience. For a long time, many of us have been jumping between multiple games, DLCs, and spin-offs, and sometimes that can be a bit boring and requiring separate installations with often disjointed experiences. By consolidating everything into a single interface, Ubisoft could streamline access to the franchise, making it easier for both new and veteran players to navigate. This could also reduce the confusion caused by multiple overlapping storylines, allowing for a better clarity and engagement. This also opens up the door to cross-game progression, a feature that many modern games have. Now imagine owning rewards in Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Mirage that you could then carry over to Assassin's Creed Shadows or Assassin's Creed Hex. This kind of interconnected experience could create a stronger sense of continuity and investment with the player, making the series feel like a single, evolving narrative rather than a collection of isolated stories. And with this, Ubisoft could better explore the lore of the Assassin's Creed universe. The Animus Hub could offer a unique content that ties the different games together, such as side missions, challenges, or cinematics that deepen the player's understanding of the Brotherhood, and of course the Templar Order. This may also allow for the return of beloved characters in cool and creative ways, as the Animus Hub could serve as a storytelling link to past and future events. Now, from a business perspective, the Animus Hub is going to extend the lifespan of the older games and newer ones by integrating them into this larger ecosystem. Players might even be more inclined to revisit older titles if they're easily accessible through this Animus Hub. And of course, we all know Ubisoft love getting money. This would also entail them to put older titles, remaster them, and just sell them to players, which, you know, monetization is monetization. I'm not a fan of it sometimes it's cool, but Ubisoft, let's just not go with that as the main focus. Let's focus on cool storytelling element. Now, of course, there are going to be negatives with this whole new Animus Hub system. Now, it is aiming to unify the Assassin's Creed experience, but there is a huge risk it could lead to fragmentation. If the hub relies too heavily on downloadable content, DLC, or microtransactions, players may feel pressure to spend more money to fully engage with a franchise that they've loved for years. This would then lead to alienating a ton of players who really do just want to play a game and its DLC without being nickel and dimed for every penny they have. On top of that, being able to seamlessly integrate multiple games and DLCs is no small feat. The Assassin's Creed series, as mentioned before, is known for its ambitious, resource-intensive games, and a poorly executed Animus Hub could lead to a ton of technical issues such as long loading times, crashes, or server instability. Ubisoft's track record with bugs in some of its releases make this a very valid concern, and if it launches with significant flaws, it will basically frustrate every single player and tarnish the overall experience and trust within this new service. Also, if they make this Animus hub always online, that is a bad idea. Players want to be able to play these Assassin's Creed franchises whenever, however they want, whether it's putting the disc into a game console or downloading it onto their PC and playing it that way. If the Animus hub makes it so players have to go through this different system to even access their games, it would be a very poor decision. Think of it as how now you don't just download a Call of Duty get title and play it. You have to go through the Call of Duty HQ, choose which game you want, whether it's Warzone, Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare, you know, all of those, and then you load into that game's menu. That is essentially what the Animus hub is. And hey, if that goes down, players cannot access these titles. Now, I think we can all agree that one of the main strengths of the Assassin's Creed franchise has been its ability to transport players to vastly different settings, from Renaissance Italy to ancient Egypt to Viking era England, and of course now to Japan. There is a risk that the Animus hub could homogenize these distinct experiences, reducing each game's individuality in favor of a unified framework. Fans who cherish the unique atmosphere of each title might then find this less appealing. And while this new feature promises to connect the Assassin's Creed universe, it's very unclear how far back this integration will extend. Will the older titles like Assassin's Creed 1, Brotherhood, AC3 be included, or will the hub primarily focus on the newer games, i.e. Valhalla, Mirage, and Shadows? If the iconic older titles are left out, this will be a huge disappointment to fans who were hoping for a truly comprehensive experience. Now, the Animus hub does represent an ambitious leap forward for the Assassin's Creed franchise, but its success will depend on how well Ubisoft balances innovation with the series' core identity. On one hand, the Animus hub has the potential to revolutionize how players interact with the franchise, offering unprecedented convenience and interconnectedness. On the other hand, it risks alienating fans who value the individuality of each game or who are wary of potential monetization pitfalls. To mitigate these concerns, Ubisoft have to prioritize player experience and transparency, ensuring that this is a user-friendly, stable, and inclusive part of the franchise's history if it wants to be a success. Now, we all know that there was some leaks going around that the Animus hub would involve a battle pass. Now, I am hugely against having battle passes in these single-player games. We don't need them. Have this content added in a way that allows the player to explore it throughout the world. They have come out and said that yes, there is a battle pass, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it. This is the sort of monetization stuff that I am not a fan of. Yes, this one season of this one free battle pass is free, but what about further down the line? What if players want to access this stuff in the battle pass as quickly as possible? You know for a fact that there will be a monetization option that will allow players to purchase these stuff. I don't like this. Get rid of the battle pass. Do not add any extra monetization like that. It's stupid and it's dumb. Now, to end off my thoughts, I think that the Animus hub is a bold and somewhat promising feature that really could allow players new and old to get back into the franchise that they love. Ultimately, yes, it will be unifying the series of diverse games into a very cohesive ecosystem, and Ubisoft does have the opportunity to create a more immersive and engaging experience. However, it does come with a ton of challenges, including all these technical risks, potential over-reliance on monetization, and the need to preserve the unique identity of each game. Ubisoft have a massive thing on their hands, and if pulled off well, it could be brilliant and it could be great, but from what we've known in the past, I really don't think this live action sort of service system thingy-majiggy is a good idea. Personally, have the Animus hub involved in each of the games, but sort of turn it into the modern day equivalent of each title. I think that's a better idea. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Are you excited about the Animus hub? Do you think it's needed? Do you want it? Or do you think they should just bin it straight away? If you enjoyed the video, a like would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe for some more Assassin's Creed Shadows and Assassin's Creed content. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.